you actually have to remove these two nuts. Now you can lift up this engine cover, and you can either pull it off the back there or just flip it up and leave it, but either way, set that aside. Now that the cover's off, I have access to everything, so I'm going to start with disconnecting these two clamps for the air filter housing. Remove this and just set it aside right over there. I'm going to disconnect my mass airflow sensor connector, and it's going to have to pop out of here. There we go. I also have to disconnect this harness right here. Pop it out of there. Perfect. Next, I'm going to loosen up this clamp here with my 10mm. There we go, just enough so this can be free. And now I'm going to disconnect this bolt here. Take that out. And there's one more bolt right there. Take those two out. Now you can pull this whole intake air box housing right off, wiggle it off the throttle body, and you don't have to take it completely off, but you can set it aside right here. That'll give you enough room to work. The VVT solenoid is this one right here. This is the connector for it right here. Go ahead and press on it with some needle nose pliers. That'll help you get some leverage, and wiggle it off. There we go. Now the bolt for it is actually underneath right there, so I can get to it from underneath this cam sensor, break it free. It's really hard to reach, but if you unthread it and with a magnet, once it's out, you can make sure it doesn't fall out. With the bolt out, you can grab it and twist it. If it doesn't want to twist, if it's stuck in there, you can use some pliers and grip it, and at this point it should pull straight out, but sometimes the O-rings that seal it up will get stuck inside the engine. Okay, I'm going to grab it with some pliers, twist it, and pull it. Sometimes you have to just work it and keep pulling on it until it comes out. Twist it so that it clears all these hoses. And once you have it out, remove it, and let's get ready to install the new one. Take your new solenoid and try to fish it down in there. Move this hose out of the way. There we go. I'm going to try to twist it as it's going in. Perfect. And now make sure you press it in all the way so that O-ring can seat. Now you can reinstall your bolt and secure it in there. I'm just going to use my ratcheting wrench to drive it in. It fits a lot better than a bigger socket. And you just want to make sure that this is nice and snug. This basically just prevents it from sliding out of its hole. Now you want to reconnect everything that you disconnected. So start with this VVT solenoid, make sure it clicks. I disconnected this so I can get better access. Reconnect your cam sensor, reconnect your throttle body, make sure it clicks. Now you can slide in your air intake. Make sure this goes over the throttle body all the way, all around. There we go, now it's seated, and you can start in your two bolts. And you can snug these up. Perfect. Reconnect your mass airflow sensor. Make sure that clicks, and resecure your wiring harness. Now you can take your air filter housing, bring it back to where it belongs, and make sure that it clips in on the back here. It has two hooks that have to slide into their groove. And secure it up front. Now let's get the engine cover. Before the engine cover goes on, let's tighten up this clamp. That's good right there. It doesn't have to be very tight because they break easily, but you just want to make sure that this is a nice airtight seal. Now you can grab the engine cover and slide it on those two rubber pieces and put it up here. Snug it up with these two nuts. Perfect.